All right, we are back. More modern sampling. This time we're trying a black-white Death and Taxes deck that got third in a challenge. So yeah, this is for I guess for people that aren't familiar, Death and Taxes is just sort of like it's like a hater deck, right? It's just full of cards that stop your opponent's stuff. We've got Aven Interrupter, Tidehollow Sculler to discard cards. Containment Priest to stop things like Indomitable Creativity and Persist. Felia can blink things, stop blocking. Emperor Bones, Graveyard Hate. Witch Enchanter to blow up people's stuff. Boggart Trawler Hate on the graveyard. And then, yeah, Skyclave Evaporation as just removal. This is kind of like a mid range deck. It's not really the most traditional Death and Taxes deck. But one of the cool combos that it's trying to assemble, it's a combo in air quotes, right? It's not really going to instantly win you the game, but you play Overlord of the Baelmerk for 2 mana, and then you blink it with Felia, and you get the 5/5 into play. The same is true with Flicker Wisp. So, yeah, you can do that stuff. You can kind of go off with Ephemerate. Also, these cards are like, they're fine on their own. Maybe not the greatest modern power level cards, but it's a cool deck. And it's arguably mostly built around Recruiter of the Guard. You see a lot of one-ofs that you're like, why the heck is that in this deck? It's because Recruiter of the Guard can tutor them up. So it's a 3 mana 1/1 that gets something with 2 toughness or less. So you can tutor up your Solitude, you can tutor up your Felia, maybe you want Emperor Bones, maybe you want Entomber Exarch to get back a thing or make your opponent discard. And then you can ephemerate the things that you tutor or the Recruiter themselves. And you have Aether Vial to make it so that all these having a 3 mana 1/1 is obviously very cumbersome, but Aether Vial is really good at making mana for creature decks just by cheating and having you put them into play for free. So once this gets to like 3 counters, maybe you tap it for 2 and tap it for 3. All of a sudden, your 1 mana card has made you 5 mana worth of creatures that you've gotten onto the battlefield. Mana base is relatively straightforward. It's just a black-white deck. Not too much to talk about there. Sideboard, we've got some Thoughtseize, Revoker, Canonist, Kataki, Spirit of the Labyrinth. A lot of tutor targets for the Recruiter. Some White Orchid Phantom for things like Eldrazi decks. Dothy and Fairy Macabre for Graveyard Hate. Pontiff can be nice against the Energy deck. They've got a lot of 1 toughness creatures. And then a Lauren to blow up artifacts and enchantments. And a Sanctifier that can be maybe nice against things like combo decks. So this is sort of, you could call it Death and Taxes. You could also just call it Black White Blink. Maybe Black White Blink is a more appropriate YouTube title for this deck. But yeah, I'm excited to try to blink some Overlord of the Baelmerk. So I will see you guys in the match. And enjoy. All right. Let's get it. Got some black white blink going on. Sure. Keep this hand. We got Aether Vial, interaction, some creatures. Opponent deciding they already mulliganed to 6. See if they go to 5. Okay, let's just shock. Play Aether Vial and pass. Hedge Maze, okay. So we just played an Eldrazi deck that had Hedge Maze. Could be that. Could be like the Simic Scales deck. It could be an Infinity deck. This could mean a lot of things. Endurance. So maybe it's just like, I mean, it could be anything. It could just be like an Omnath deck. Endurance makes me think maybe like Risen Reef. Which is potentially a bad matchup, but we'll see. See what we can do. This is just going to give me a Surveil land. I should have played the Flooded Strand. It's a little bit better, but who cares? Doesn't really matter. Our mana should be good to go. So yeah. So I think Omnath Pile probably could be Counterspell. Not that Counterspell's particularly good against Aether Vial. So Surveil. I don't know what I want even. Just like Recruiter, I think. So depending, well, it's something to put into play. Do I want to just cast a Skyclave Apparition? That's really embarrassing, but it does provide pressure. I think the answer is no. So we'll flash in Arfelia, end of their turn. We'll have Skyclave Apparition, depending on what they do. Oh no. It's a Living End. Ew. So what are the modern decks I typically don't play Modern. What are what are the reasons I typically don't play Modern? It's like Cascade, they did a pretty good job of banning that one out. Amulet. That's like the Lotus Field of Modern. It's just never going away and it's miserable, but some people like it. And then Storm kind of went away, but they brought it back, but it doesn't seem like that many people play it. But yeah, Cascade decks are Cascade mechanic, not my favorite. Cascade and Dredge, maybe questionable ones. It's a really good draw. Although none of this matters, I think, because Containment Priest doesn't do anything against Living End. I don't believe. Let's see what we can get. I could side deck the Sanctum Prelinen, and I think I can play it on 1. But so Solitude is like kind of something, because I can just get a card in the graveyard. Tumor Exarch, Emperor of Bones, Aven Interrupter. Okay, I think that's our choice. Maybe, all right, now we go to combat. Attack. We're going to get another thing if this resolves, so not a big deal. But them having to cascade at sorcery speed means this will probably be very good. Okay, now what? Witch Enchanter doesn't matter to me. I guess I'll play... We'll shock it in. I don't think I'm worried about my life total that much, and maybe I want to like Fatal Push my own thing to have a shot. Yeah, I think no matter what, I'm supposed to leave this up so it doesn't make a difference. Okay. Okay, what do we want? We got our Aven Interrupter. I could get a 4, a Sculler. Oh, I just get this thing. Right? Okay. So I assume we're good to go, because they cascade, they find Living End, we Aven Interrupter Living End, and then we Brawler their graveyard, or Trawler their graveyard, and they probably can't rebuild quickly enough. And we've got the Aether Vial, so we don't really have to worry about double mana necessarily. Sure. They're hoping I mess up. I mean, even if I do mess up, right, like, this stops it. I actually messed up by not... No, because then it gives them another Shardless Agent. Oh my god. Well, it didn't matter. So no matter what I do, I get blown out. Okay, Subtlety's a card. I don't think a single person has cast a Subtlety against me since I started playing Modern. It's just not a card people play. It obviously makes sense in Living End, but yeah, okay. Whoopsies. I don't think I could have done anything. I don't think it matters, but yeah, we got. Alright, is Thalia good? And is Spirit of the Labyrinth good? It's okay. So this doesn't stop Shardless Agent, so that's kind of embarrassing. It does stop Ardent Plea, but... so can I do this for 0? Non-creature spells... Yeah, okay. So we have a lot of hate. I assume this matchup is probably decent to good, but do I want this? So they just cycle 1 on their turn, 1 on my turn. I don't think this accomplishes that much. This Overlord BS is maybe decent, maybe not. Fatal Push has no text. I think Containment Breeze does nothing, right? It's just always dead. And then it comes back with the other creatures and it doesn't stop them. So I don't think this card does anything. Board it out and people can yell at me in the comments if it's good. Skyclave Apparition is also shit, right? You can have like a... What's it called? A subtlety or something that's in play, but that doesn't seem great. And I assume they have basics. We could do Cannon just for plea. Do I have... Like maybe Candace is better than some card I have. Charming Prince? Do I need Charming Prince? Whatever. We'll just take out the Spirit of the Labyrinth. I just don't think it's gonna... Oh, my deck is 61. What's happening? Oh, it's just lagging. Okay. Let's drop my phone. Living End, eh? What a deck. Yeah, they got me. Maybe there's something I could have done, but... Okay, I think we'll keep Thoughtseize into Emperor. And then just this can eat their graveyard. Let's see what they got going. Force of Negation doesn't stop me. We'll take Subtlety. And then just put Emperor into play. Okay. I think I can just get planes, right? You know what? Let's just take the damage. I don't know if our life total will ever matter. Okay. How big is this? 5/7. 5/7 is probably better than 3/3 flyer. Do anything else? Make a food, sure. So if I do use the Emperor of Bones, it does give them the creature back. So I probably don't want to do that till I have lethal. I think we're just going to die to a Living End anyway. They just had such a high density of creatures, I couldn't really stop it. Maybe the Sculler helps. Okay, so Foundation Breaker nabs the Sculler. I mean, nothing I take really matters. I guess it's better to make them use the Foundation Breaker. They just have so many redraws. Whatever. I think we're dead. Don't think we have enough of a clock. So I guess how many shots? So they cycle here, so they get 2 shots to start. They might have the whale in their hand and they just clicked through it, but yeah, I just, it's too slow. Maybe my hand wasn't good enough. It looked fine, but Thoughtseize also just doesn't do anything. It's their deck, right? It's all cycling. So it's 10. So yeah, we just have to pray that they brook. And then this is 5, so 9. We have the Thelia. They have a Force. Yeah, I just found it. That sucks. I mean, what can I do, right? Yeah, Living End's lame. Okay. GG's. Not a super fun match, but, you know, is what it is. We're probably supposed to be decent against the deck like this, but maybe not. I don't know. It is what it is. Like, the play pattern of my opponent's deck is like literally all they did was play 1 mana draw card. They're like 1 mana draw card, 1 mana draw card, one shot you. 1 mana, like it's just so boring. Whatever. I'm happy this deck isn't popular anymore. It's very lame to play against and to watch. But that's it. That's the D&T deck. We got to move on to the next deck. We got to make more videos. So we're going to call it here. So thanks for watching. GG. And I will see you guys in the next one. Like and subscribe. Peace. All right. We are here with the Death and Taxes deck. Do I keep this? Let's try it. We're on the draw. We've got an Aether Vial. It's kind of a psychopath keep, but I assume that Aether Vial is very good in this deck. My deck's probably bad against fast decks either way. That's not what we wanted. Prismatic Endings. Opponent's playing like Control or something. Thundertrap Trainer, sure. Maybe Jeskai Twin? They did get a red card, so I might have called it. Okay, I don't have to discard. Extra Solitude's kind of nice. We're pretty reliant on this Aether Vial. An extra Prismatic Ending. I think we should die. No? Okay, so it's like Jeskai Wizards, I guess? No red land in the first 3 lands means it's very difficult to resolve a Splinter Twin. Let's find a Thelia off this. So I guess they're probably just like Jeskai Wizards. Oh, we missed. So darn. Sure. Opponent's still not really doing anything scary. Or Aether Vial's taken away. Got Solitudes to protect us if they do turn out to be Splinter Twin. Spell Snare. The reason I think that they might be Twin is because it's kind of a strange card to play in a control deck. Like maybe you want to play it with Flame Venor, but attacking the 1/2 into the 2 counter Aether Vial, I respect it. Fearless. Okay, now we get to get up to 3. Let's go with yes. And we'll probably, even if we find a land, we're just going to get a Thelia, I think. Start blinking these guys. So I didn't get the Felia because I think I just want to hit my land drop, and I have so many recruiters. The recruiters can just get Felia anyway. Yield these. And then you. Oh, What did I do? What did I do, guys? Why did I do that? All right, I messed up. Aether Vial doesn't make 5 mana; it makes 3. I definitely wanted to. It's fine. We get Flicker Wisp. I definitely wanted to just like flash in Felia. I sort of messed up. Got a bit distracted and then forgot what my plan was. So yeah, I should not have played the Overlord. It's relatively likely that Felia just blows up. So whatever. But maybe he should have played better. And now I'm sort of happy with the play I ended up making. Because it means that I have a land in play. My Aether Vial's getting destroyed. So do I want Flicker Wisp or just like a land? I think we'll get a Flicker Wisp. So one cool thing you can do is you can actually Flicker Wisp these DFCs and you'll get them back to the permanent. I don't think this is something I want to do in this matchup, but like maybe if I was playing against a graveyard deck or artifact or enchantment style deck. So yeah, I think it's just control. Probably no Splinter Twins. And I don't hate my spot against a deck like that. Okay. This blocks Tamayo. Say go. Got a lot of cards, but so do we. They do have a mana advantage, potentially. Emperor of Bones, Witch Enchanter. I think I'll take the land. We know they have a Galvanic Discharge, so I can deal with one of the 5/5s. But if they wait, then we can Ephemerate it. Also, this other one's coming into play soon enough. We've got a lot of stuff going for us, but they have a bajillion cards. Gotta remember this Spell Snare for if we do draw a 2-mana card. Force of Negation. Okay. That stops my Ephemerate if they want to remove my creature on my turn, so I can't really punish anymore. And if they go after the Flicker Wisp, do I want to Solitude the Tamayo? Flage. So that's interesting. So Flage this, attack with Tamayo is their line. Don't care about that. Kind of just don't care. I don't think I want a Solitude. So I know they have Force, so if I want a Solitude Ephemerate on my turn, they can stop it. What just happened? That went face? Excuse me? Oh, God. Oh, God. So that's a lot of burn, then. Did I misclick? Did I miss something? What just happened? All right, I'll go. Fetch land. Combat. Attack. Do I want to attack with Flicker Wisp? Do I want to Skyclave Apparition this Tamayo? I think it's time to push damage. Felia or Emperor of Bones? That's pre-combat. Still get the Emperor. They don't have the red source. It would be nice to have your own escape card, but maybe you have so much value it doesn't matter. This deck is awfully clunky. Like, them blowing up my Aether Vial was very, Very bad for me. We'll say go. So now we have Solitude Ephemerate. If I need to, I could even Solitude my own 5/5 to gain 5 life. And they could force the Ephemerate, but since it's their turn, it's going to cost them 3 mana, which is a lot. If Emperor moans for Flage, they need second red source to put Flage into play. Even if they do put Flage into play, I'm not particularly worried about it. Why is this happening? What do I not understand? Why is this getting killed? Oh. Oh, Wrath Disguise. Oh my god. Oh my god, I should have played around it. It's not getting destroyed, it's making mana. Oh, it's the worst. Not really the worst. I just lose my board. It's not like the end of the world. Oh, actually, equals 2. Okay, yeah. So on resolution, it'll become 5. Oh, if I just ephemerated my guy, I just win the game. Damn. Ah, shit. Okay. So force, spell snare. Do I want to do this? I really don't want to do this. It's a shitty clock, but whatever. So this could become an Overlord. Get an attack. I'll just nab the Flage. I'm relatively low though. Could have an additional Flage. That would be annoying. Man, I should have. If I wasn't a modern noob, I would have been able to figure out what that galvanic discard. I cannot speak. What that galvanic discharge meant. Why it was happening. I was like, why the heck targeting my 1/1? I don't care about my 1/1. Why do you care about my 1/1? Okay. Sure. I guess can't do much about that. I could Solitude my own thing, I guess. So we gotta fade another Flage. We do have an answer to Flage, actually. We could just Solitude it. It's somewhat embarrassing, but we sort of have infinite cards. So... I guess I'll trade. I don't know. I have 6th. Hopefully they don't have a Flage. Feels like a pauper deck. Just like 3 mana 1/1, draw a card. 3 mana 1/1, draw a card. Blink my 3 mana 1/1. Scholar, Exarch. This is a rebuy. Whatever. Let's take this stupid Haven. So my Felly is gonna get spell snared. So maybe I was supposed to get something else. Could just not play the Thalia. Could even Interrupter the spell snare. Guess we'll do this. If I have a removal spell, I get like air quotes 2 for 1, but I don't hate trading it for the force. I don't think it was that likely they had another discharge. Maybe their deck has 4 bolts as well, but okay. boring game. It's like interesting. It's not boring. It's like slow, I guess. It's kind of interesting. I think I should have won this game very easily, but I messed up. Okay. So let's play Ophelia. And then I think I'm just going to even interrupt her when they spell snare. Even though I have two Phelias. I think I lost, though. I think we're at the point where the game is over for me. It hasn't really done anything good, but just kind of. I mean, maybe I can run them out of stuff. Like these Solitudes just ended up being useless. I have 3 cards. One's a force. It's optional, right? Enters exile up to 1. Okay, yeah. So we're sort of like 3 cards against 2 cards, but like they probably could very easily do some chaining together of things if they find a Snapcaster Mage or whatever. And then my life will suck. Flage, gonna be hard to beat. Yeah, Flame of Norza draw 2. Yeah, I think they're very advantaged unless they get pretty unlucky. Okay. Doggy. I'm just gonna fling all my stuff out there. You're playing a Wrath Disguise, I guess. Maybe I can play 1 Solitude. 4th Discharge, or is this a Lightning Bolt? 4th Discharge, sure. Alright, well, we will try to Solitude our own dog. Old Yeller style. But yeah, I definitely threw this game. Alright, I will take a 2-mana 2/2 with no abilities. Please and thank you. Happily. I guess I get to blink my Charming Prince and then it gets a 1/1 counter, so it doesn't do nothing, but Tamayo, okay. Well, that means they probably don't currently have a Wrath Disguise. Alright, so I think the video before this, I said I was only going to record 1 match with the Death and Taxes deck. I ended up trying another one because it was just against Living End. I think I'm going to call it here because I got to go. So this is going to be like 1 game. And then it's just going to cut. But that's fine. I think this game was pretty interesting. So they drew Wrath Disguise, but I have Felia, so they have to have an answer to Felia. We know they have Force and then an Unknown. A dog. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I think this will probably be sort of stapled, so maybe I lied. Past me may have lied, but we'll just add it to the other stuff. So if I didn't already say it, maybe I already said it. I was lying when I said it. Like and subscribe. This is the end, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.